Before I get on live real quick, before I get on there, believe in yourself, believe in yourself, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself. Real quick, hey, Imani Bates, Ayo Teo, Polo Frost, Anthony Strickland. I'm from Ipsy. If you don't know them four names, go do your research. Shout out to everybody back home. Live your life, do your dreams, turn up to the fullest. Check my background and whatnot. I got my ancestors and all that. My beautiful black folks with me. Believe in yourself, 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 believe in yourself. If it's an option for the whole school to watch, hey, I'm gonna talk to the whole school. All right, good morning class, morning to all, and morning to everybody's checked in with this Zoom meeting. My name is Sean Foster from Ypsilanti, Michigan, little city outside of Detroit. I'll tell you about my dream and ambition, and I want y'all to learn from my story and learn from within me to you. First thing I want you to know is that belief in self is the highest key that you need to have. You need to be able to believe in yourself when no one else believes in yourself. You need to understand what you want to do in life at a young age and make that your only vision that you want it to be. You want to take your vision and make the vision the only thing you see, and that becomes your vision in reality. I know we in middle school right now, so I'm going to get straight to it. I'm going to keep y'all active and entertained as well. I'm going to give y'all my life story. I'm going to give you some inspiring things as well. And before we even start the speech, I just want you to know that I believe in you. Every last one of you, all the way from the youngest to the oldest, from the teachers to the staff to the custodian to the person that cut the grass at the football field and the person that filled the vending machines. Just know that belief in you is coming through from me to you. And when you follow your path, God will guide you and the universe will align you. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this speech. My whole philosophy is being an entrepreneur and believing in yourself and going forward from there. So I'm from a little city called Ypsilanti, Michigan. I want you to research these four people. We got Ayo Teo, some of the kids may know him. Imani Bates, up and rising star. Polo Frost, up-and-coming rapper. Anthony Strickland, another up-and-coming rapper. Those four people are significant to my drive and what I'm going forth with. As you can see, this is my own clothing brand. I'm from Ipsy. Victory Lap is from Nipsey Hussle, another great motivator person. From that city, born and raised, went to high school there, went to middle school there, went to elementary there, went to college there, graduated, started my journey as entrepreneurship. I went the college route and figured out that was only success for my parents. Like I did that for my parents to get them the diploma so they can know that their child was accomplished in life. I feel like the one thing that they always wanted me to do was get an education. I got that education, I gave them the diploma. I got my picture up here on the wall, but I'm gonna turn it real quick so y'all can see. That's me and my wife on the wall over there. So coming from a small city, you gotta have the biggest self-belief. You gotta be able to lock it in yourself so that you know that your vision is gonna push you forward. Because it's just you. At the end of the day, it's just gonna be you in this world that you live in. You're gonna live this world with other people, and other people are gonna live within the world with you. But you gotta understand it's really within you. You gotta take that drive, you gotta take that passion, and you gotta push it forward. You gotta be able to lock in every day, know that it's a greater step coming before you. You gotta put the left in front of the right, put the right in front of the left, and repeat the steps. Once you continue to do that, you're on your way to success in life. If you got dreams and ambition, go after them right now. It's imperative that you go after your dreams and ambitions right now at a young age. In middle school, y'all probably were like 13, 12, 11. If you tap into it right now, 13, 12, 11, by the time you graduate high school, you'll be set and ready to go for life. You don't want to wait 20, 30 years until you're 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60 and be like, oh man, I want to live my life now. Go ahead and live your life now, right now, because you only got one life to live. You could be here today and go on tomorrow. I'm pretty sure people can relate to that all the time, and there's multiple examples of understanding that. So once you figure out what you want to do in life, and don't be scared of what you want to do in life. You may be young and be like, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do this. And there may be some people that don't know what they want to do just yet. But the fact that you have to understand your calling and your vision and walk within the vision is going to make you prosperous and walk this life on this earth in a whole different vibration. You want to be able to stand up tall, stick your chest out, roll your shoulders back, so that you know that you have the guidance and direction and the prosperous things that you need to do. So you want to walk into your passion and your vision out the gate. Once you know what it is, I want you to understand what you want to do at a young age is what you're going to do for the rest of your life at an older age. If you want to be an entrepreneur like myself, you got to have that vision right here. You got to take it from in your mental, put it in your visual, and then put it into your visual. I have a video on YouTube that explains the 3 different ways of seeing things. So you want to see it spiritually, you want to see see it in front of you, and then you want to see it with your eyes. So as far as that entrepreneur aspect, I started my first business at 16, probably, you know, a little bit older than what y'all are now. Y'all probably no more than 13 or 12 if you're in middle school. If you're older than that, then shouldn't be in business. But moving forward from that, I started about 16. My first business was a lawn care service. I was going around the neighborhood, cutting grass and achieving money off of that. Once I started to retain that skill set, I went from 2 to 3 lawns in my neighborhood to 5 to 10 the next year to 15 and 20 the next year to my highest point before I left Michigan to come down here. I had around 80 clients. So building that vision just off. I never really had chores, but I just had responsibilities at a young age. My father made me cut the grass. So when I was young, I didn't like cutting grass. It was like, it's just a chore if you want to call it a chore. But once I started mastering the technique of providing a quality service and making the home elevate to a different type of viewpoint from just off of a simple grass cut, that's when I realized I could take my skill set, apply it to what people want, and then charge them a service fee. So I'm really not charging you to do the service. I'm charging you for my time to come do it for you, because anybody could do any service that you're doing. You just want them to pay you for your service. Like some people can't do it the way you do it. Some people can do it. Some people don't like the way other people do it. Some people love the way you do it. Once you figure out what you want to do, you got to put it in a system that exemplify it and give it to the people in the world. So yeah, I started off at 16 on my first lawn care company. The whole ambition was to rake up enough money to get a moped. Parents was going to go in half on it. One summer I was cutting grass all summer long. You know how it be in the summer. You want to go outside, play and have fun, kick it with your friends, go to the hoop court, go to the skating rink, do this, that, and the third. If you're in sports, you got to go to football practice. But you got to understand it's a time for play and it's a time for responsibility. If you want to be responsible and go after goals, you got to put that sort of time away from play to achieve what you need to do. So at that point in time, I was trying to achieve a moped because I wanted to get my license and I wanted to be able to be mobile. I got tired of riding around on a bike. I got tired of walking around. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get a moped. So that whole summer, I got up, went door to door, printed out flyers and put them on the door. When people called me, I showed up, lawnmower, weed whacker, my extension cord, and I got them right. I charged them a service fee, and I asked them did they want to be weekly cutting, bi-weekly cutting, or once a month. We had it all set up, and we moved from there. By the time at the end of that month, at the end of that summer, I raked up my achieved the goal was around $400. The moped was $1,200 in itself, so I put up $400. My mom put up $500. My dad put up $300, which was equaled up to the total amount of $1,200. So we went to get the moped. I was excited. That was my sophomore year. Going to my junior year, I had my own red moped. So I was established by there. I knew at that point in time that I had something going. I didn't understand that I was going to be a big entrepreneur like how I am now, but I just knew that I was going to live life and move by myself in my own calling. That whole summer I grind. I did what I had to do. Got me a nice moped. It was a little red moped. Went about 35 miles per hour. Speed limit. Had the nice helmet where you could pop the thing in the front. That was my first business venture. My second business venture at the same time was cutting hairs. Around that time, it was like Christmas. And I went to go get a haircut by my usual barber, and he ended up inflating me by 3 times the percent. At that point in time, it clicked in my mind, like, yeah, I need to start doing these things for myself. And from that point on there, I think I went to Walmart, bought some clippers, and I started mastering my skill set from there. Started cutting my teammates, started cutting my friends, started doing this on the third, took that skill set, went to college, and was cutting hair there. Graduated from college. Once I got out of college, I started working in a barbershop. I know I'm fast forwarding it, but it's all gonna make sense. So when I got out of college, started working in the barbershop, things took off from there. We're gonna rewind it back. So from 16 to college, I had to really lock in and focus on my vision. So as you you probably wouldn't know because y'all 13, but I'm gonna give you a little advice. Once you get into high school or once you get to college, if you choose to decide to go to college, that's when you really need to be mastering your skill set and what you want to do in life. You want to really lock it down right now in middle school. I know y'all got a lot of outside things trying to form your viewpoints and this, that, and the third, but I want you to understand that you need to know who you are and you need to tap into that and then take who you are inside and exemplify it and turn it into bigger aspects so everybody can see who you are. So from 16 to college, it was the same deal, going to high school, being around your friends and peers and buddies, having the ambition inside of you, what you want to do, but you have to turn your light down because you want to still be in the same playing field as others. You don't have to turn your light down to be in the same playing field as others because you feel like they're not going to accept you this way, or they're going to talk about you this way, or they're going to talk about you that way, man. It doesn't matter what people say about you. Stop caring about what people say about you and just live your life. Take your volume and your vibrations and exemplify it and turn it up. If they can't adjust to it, tell them to wear some shades. If they can't wear no shades, then move forward. You don't never want to turn your light down for somebody else. Once you can start tapping into it now, you alleviate going from knowing your gift and passion at 13 and 12 and stepping right into your light instead of dragging your feet, procrastinating, thinking about that girl, thinking about this man. 10 years down the line, now you turn 22, 23, and you still want to live in your passion. And you still don't know what to do because you're still thinking about the environment, you're still thinking about everybody else. Then you get to 30 and you're still like, man, I want to do it. Then you're like, oh man, I'm too old. Nah, you want to cut all that out right now. You want to go out there right now at 10, 12, 11, and 13. If you understand what you want to do in life, do it right now. So to bring that all the way back, after I graduated from high school, I went to college, played football. I went to Lincoln University for a year and a half. It's an HBCU. I encourage everybody who's going to college to go to HBCU. It's imperative if you're African American, also if you're a Caucasian American. If you want to see what the black culture is like, go to HBCU. That would be my first thing and my first suggestion. Went to Lincoln for a year and a half, played football there. Ended up transferring from schools. The coaching situation went left. I had to do what I had to do was best for me. Went back home to Ypsilanti, Michigan. Graduated from Eastern Michigan. While I was there, I was playing semi-pro. So in that time frame, I was going through still being an athletic person, still having that passion and dream for football, still wanted to make it to the league if I had a chance to make it to the league. Even speaking of sports, if you feel like you can make it anywhere in life, just go with it and go through it and go all the way up and turn all the way and take that vision and go for it. Once I got out of college, when I was in college, my last semester, I had to work a job. So I was working a job during the day and then going to school at night. It was pretty tough, but I made it through it. It was a lot of long days. It was a lot of sleepless, well, I don't say sleepless nights, it was a lot of short nights, early mornings, still trying to be a college student and still being a working person at the same time. Once I graduated from college, I was working in a hospital, cleaning rooms, doing environmental services. One day during work, I sat down and it clicked. I'm like, man, I can't work for nobody no more. I already knew what I wanted to do at 16. I really knew what I wanted to do at 8 years old, but at 16 is when I started my entrepreneur lifestyle. I had that vision sitting at work. I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm gonna go to the barbershop and I'm gonna make it work. Left that job I had, started working in a barbershop, and I never looked back. Bring it all the way back again. The reason why I say it's imperative to go after what you want now at a young age, because at 8 years old, I knew what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a businessman and a professional athlete. I've already been a professional athlete, and I played football overseas in France for a couple months with the St. Etienne Giants. And then I'm a businessman now. I have multiple businesses going on. I have a lawn care service. I have my own candles. I have my own clothing line. I have an entertainment company where we service adult beverages, photo booth, and live DJ. I can go on and on. Like, I'm a personal life coach. If you need help, I can talk to you as well. I'm just here for the people. And I just want you to understand from my direct message and my guidance that it's very imperative. I'm gonna get real close. It's really imperative, and it's really imperative, and it's really, really imperative that you have to believe in yourself. You right there that's watching this video, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You gotta have high ambitions to make it in this world. You're gonna get caught in the wayside if you lackadaisical, worrying about what this girl talking about, worrying about what this man talking about. Stop worrying about them and just solely focus on you. Once you solely focus on you, you're gonna start elevating and rising to the next level. Bringing it back to my life story, I left from Ypsilanti, Michigan a year ago. Everything I knew and loved, my family, I threw a going away party. I told her before I left, give me 2 years, I'm gonna change our life. I'm moving away to walk fully on faith. I'm moving away to practice what I preach. Before I left, I used to preach what I was practicing. Now I'm really practicing what I preach and preaching what I'm practicing. I used to tell them, get up, be great, believe in yourself, put in the work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work. And when you look back and when you look up, you're going to be 8, 9, 10 steps further in advance than where you was back in the day. Stop worrying about what happened back in the past. That was in the past. You have to learn from that, go through that, and move from that. But once you learn from that lesson, you got to understand what was best and what was good about it, and then amplify it and exemplify it and push forward to the future. Stop getting stuck in the past. Stop getting stuck in stagnant ways, It's a whole different way of life going on right now. I'm talking to y'all in my living room. Some of y'all in y'all bedroom. I seen Buddy get on the Zoom call. He had his purple do-rag. He was chilling in his living room. Miss Deidre was in her classroom. Everybody else in their other classrooms. You know, I'm gonna bring y'all to me. Just live your life and live your passion. Like, it's not hard. It's really not hard. When you believe in yourself, anything is possible. The word impossible isn't real. You have to really believe and have agree thing upon impossible. Impossible is only a thing in your mind. Like, if you think it's impossible, then it's gonna be impossible, but impossible isn't in reality. You wanna run that fear full force. You want to be able to tell fear that I'm not scared of nothing. I'm fearless. I don't fear anything or anybody. And you just run straight at fear. Whatever you're scared at, whatever you think you can't do, run at it full speed and see what happens. Either you're gonna run through it or you're gonna hit the wall and fall down, but you're gonna get back up. And then you're gonna learn that if I'm running through this wall, I have to hit it at a certain angle so I can bust the wall open. Don't get mad about or don't get down about the wall stopping you. It's a wall stopping you for a reason. It's probably a life lesson that's telling you that you need to learn this lesson before you can push past and excel. Once you learn that key step in understanding the life, you can do whatever you want. Don't wait till you're 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24 and be like, man, I want to live my passion. Live it right now. I promise you, is millionaires turning up every day, 12, 13, 11 to 12. Millionaires, the same age that you are, just because they locked into that passion, figure out some type of support system that was going to help them and back them, took their ideas and turned it from an idea and pushed it to reality. I just want y'all to do that. I want y'all to do that every day. You know, whatever is going on, if you at the crib at home, if you at class at middle school, write it down, jot it down, and then take that vision, put it on your mind. In my YouTube video, I said it's 3 different ways of seeing your vision. You see your vision spiritually, which means if I think of it, it's done. If I can think of being in Slide Middle School, talking to the school, and then talking to the students at home, that's done. Then I can see it. I can see myself doing it, which was yesterday. I sat at home, prepare all my little lights, put my cameras up so I can see myself doing it. And now I can see it out of my eyes. I'm looking directly at y'all and I'm talking straight to you. If you can master those 3 steps, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Like, I'm giving you the knowledge and the game that I didn't get at 11, 12, and 13. I care more about y'all. I want y'all to be 15, 17 years here in advance versus wait till you're 30. My whole life then, like I said before, I left from my hometown and I walked solely on faith. 13 months later, I'm talking in front of y'all. Like 12 months ago, last November, I was sitting in my other house in Holiday, figuring out how I was gonna do everything. I came down to Florida thinking that I was gonna get right into a barbershop. They was like, nah, you can't do that, you gotta go to school. I was resenting about it. I was like, man, I don't wanna go to school, I don't wanna do that. I just did 6 years of college, I'm not trying to go do no more school. So I was like, boom, you know what, I'm gonna go to school. Went to school, did my 9 months barbering school, and now I'm a certified cosmetologist and a barber. I went in that aspect thinking that I couldn't do it. I came out a better man, understanding that my gifts and talents is unlocked. Like, I could take this and take it to the whole next world. Like, it's gonna be in abundance, it's gonna be a high level, it's gonna be a high vibration. Everybody's going to know me, and it's going to take off from there. So like I said, last November, I was sitting there, you know, down and out, like, man, I didn't move to Florida. I had this plan, you know, everything was going to work right. That's when I said I hit that wall, and I stopped. I'm like, man, I can't get in no shop because it's a fine if I get caught cutting hair. Ain't nobody letting me in there. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to school, and I'm going to go get a FAFSA loan. I already knew I had a lot of money in loans and whatever from going to college. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to barber school and I'm gonna pray that God aligns me with the blessings that I need to be aligned with. I went to school, I got approved for college for a loan to go to barber school. From that step forward, I kept moving forward and I kept moving forward and I kept moving forward, I kept moving forward and I kept moving forward. I finally completed barber school last Saturday and everything is gonna move forward. If you keep moving and going forward, you're gonna understand that wall was never even, it was a wall that you made. So this analogy that I'm bringing up, it could either be a physical wall, it could be a spiritual wall, or it could be a mental wall. You could literally run into this wall like back here and you're gonna feel the physical pain. You could literally run into a mental wall and be like, man, I can't do this, I can't do that. And then you be stuck mentally. Or you can run into a spiritual wall where you're listening to low vibrations, you're not thinking positive, you're always around negative things, you're not in a high vibrations environment, you're around people that don't want to be better. You could be in that type of wall and you're like, man, I don't know if I want to do it. Like, man, Buddy down the street saying, man, skip all that. Nah, you alleviate all the walls and then you look where the beautiful picture that God has for you. Stop letting walls stop you. Whatever analogy you want to do, stop letting walls, stop letting people, stop letting yourself. You gotta get out of the way of yourself and move forward. Like everything is within your grasp and within your handset and within your mind. Like if you could think about it, then it's already done. I already thought about it. I already knew that if I get around the right people, I'm gonna change their life. Now I'm around the right people. Now I'm gonna have people tell people about me. Now I'm here in Slide Middle School. I'm in somebody's living room. I'm in somebody's bedroom. I'm on your phone. I'm on your laptop. Wherever you watching me at now, that's where I'm at. So once you take that vision and the spiritual aspect, that's the first one. If I can see it at my spiritual, and I can see everything because I pray to help others, and I pray that I can see what they see. So when I pray that I see that I can help others and see what they see, I can see everything. So I can't see it with my two eyes, but I know buddy down the street and lady over there, if I'm praying for all of them and what they see and what she see, I can see as well. So as I'm giving this message, I want everybody to see what I'm talking about. I want you to understand that anything is possible. Anything you put your mind to is possible. Like anything you put your mind to is possible. I like the technique of saying saying the thing that you have heavy on your spirit 3 times so that you can understand it. So I'm gonna say it again. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. All right. Well, I started working for myself at 16. When, like I said in the story, I don't know if you jumped in or not, but 16 during summer, it was 2006. I was 16 in 2006. So yeah. When my dad allowed me to use his lawnmower and go cut grass, that's when I started working for myself. I was 16 years old, and then from there, it just was on and popping. I always had ambition of greatness. Like when I knew at a young age what I wanted to do, I just stood on that. You know, I always knew I was different, but I was of the people. I never really made somebody that was not on my level or lower felt like they was not on my level or lower. I always connected with the people, whether it was good, bad, ugly or wrong, whatever it was. So that was my inspiration of life. Just being great and just understanding that, you know, one day it's gonna be big things popping for me. Why did I start working for myself? When I grew up, I'm the youngest of 4 brothers and 1 sister, 3 brothers in the same household. So by the time I turned so my oldest brother in the household is 11 years older than me. My second oldest brother is 9 years older than me. So by the time I got about 12 and 13 and 10, they was already grown and in college and going through their own lifestyle. So I was in the house a lot by myself, so I had to learn how to figure out how to do things. And because my parents were always asking me, oh, how you turn the TV on, how you fix the remote, how you fix the computer, can you fix this, can you fix that? So it used to be annoying, but at the end of the day, it made me better for where I'm at now. So the reason why I started working for myself, because I knew how to do things myself, and I'd rather do it myself than pay somebody else to do it for me. Then when I figure out by me doing things myself, I can get paid to do that. It was like the switch clicked like that. No, I'm not a millionaire. I will be a millionaire. I will be a billionaire. And you gonna be a millionaire too, just by off of believing in yourself and listening to me tell you these words, because I believe in you, Antoine. You just gotta put it up here and keep moving forward. Millions and wealth and abundance is coming to me in the future. And you gotta be careful about what you say. And it's not careful in a bad way. It's just like you have to really think about and be direct what you say and ask for. So if you want to be a millionaire, you have to say it, speak it into the universe, and let the universe guide you where you want to come to. So I'm on the way to being a wealthy person. Yes, y'all can follow me on IG at Sean Foster, SEAN Foster. You can add me on, well, y'all ain't got Facebook, but for the older people, you can add me on Facebook at Sean Foster, SEAN Foster. I'm gonna type it up and put it in the chat as well. I got a YouTube channel that's called Just Us Visions, JUSTUS.Visions. I'm gonna type all of this up and put it in the chat. And then, well, this year due to COVID, well, y'all probably don't know what COVID is in the growing aspect, but this year I didn't make that much. You know, I moved down here and I had to go back to school, so I was a student this year. I didn't make that much, but before I left, I think I pulled in about 50,000 in a year working for myself, and I was cutting hair and cutting grass, and that was like my highest year. So I'm on path to being probably about. In the next year or two, I'll probably start raking in at least $70,000 to $80,000 just off of cutting hair and cutting grass when I get back into that aspect. Or you never know, maybe something different. I may be doing speeches and may come back to Slide Middle School, virtual or in person. So, oh yeah, I'm married. My wife is. I think she went to the store, so I don't know if she went, but yeah, I'm married. I can show you. How do I manage? You just gotta be particular and detailed about the way that you maneuver and work. Everybody ways and maneuvers work differently. Like me, I can do a lot of things at once because I think a lot of things at once. But the best advice for me to the next person is to write it down, bookmark it, make a schedule, and stick to that schedule. If right now Marcellus will be probably 12 or 13 or 11 in middle school, you want to factor in your daily planners from what? I think you start school at 8:20 to 3:30. You already go to every day from 8 to 3. You're gonna be at school. So once you get home around like 4:30, your first thing should be knocking down all your schoolwork, and then after that, implementing time and structure for the things you want to do. So if you're a rapper, if you're an artist, if you're an engineer, if you want to open your own business, you gotta put that time structure into your daily schedule so you have that time already set to go, and do it before you go to school. If you already waking up to go to school at 7, if you gotta get on the bus by 8 o'clock, you waking up at 7:30. Why don't you just wake up at 6:30 and then knock out some type of physical activity? After you do some physical activity, you could do a whole list of writing down what you want to do for the day. Then you get on the bus, go to school, come back home, do your schoolwork, eat your food if you're gonna eat food, then you back to it. So right now you gotta take your 24 hours in a day and strategically plan it out. So you just gotta have a strategy and have what works for you best. How do you make money at 16? You gotta figure out what you like doing. And whatever you like doing, you gotta get paid for it. And it's not like getting paid in the money aspect. You gotta be so good at what you do that people want to give you money for it. Like, you want to get to the point where you can do what you want for free, but you want to have people that's willing to pay you for it because they just want to pay you for your service and your time because they love your service. Whatever you selling, whatever you're doing, whatever you're making money for, and you could be selling blow pops at the school, or you could be selling hair bundles at home. If people like your blow pops that you got, make sure you find a crowd that people like buying that from you. People like the bundles, the type of hair you got at the crib. Make sure that you find a following for that. And I don't have any children. I call my nieces and my nephews my children, but no, I don't have any children.